If you're looking for a classic Southern dish that's always in season, well then look no further. It's pimento cheese. It's the caviar of the South. With its creamy texture, its bold and tangy flavor, pimento cheese is the perfect way to add a touch of Southern charm to any meal. Now, if you're new here, my name is Rhonda, and I invite you to join me in the kitchen at the Old Tobacco Patch. Let me start out by showing you what I'm going to use today. I'm going to use a cup of extra sharp cheddar cheese. I'm going to use a cup of pepper jack just because in this particular recipe today, I want a little bit of a kick. Not too much, but a little bit of a kick. I got a little bit of mayonnaise. I got 4 ounces of pimento peppers, salt and pepper, a block of cream cheese, onion powder, garlic powder, and I'm going to put a dash of Southwest chipotle. That has got the best flavor to me. And I'll taste as I go on that. Is that everything? I think it is. This is super quick to mix up. Now, I've done been outside this morning. I rode my bike for 2 miles. It's cool in the morning, but it's starting to get hot during the day. It's probably going to bump 90 today, and we're mid-April. So you know we're in South Georgia. But it is so green. I want you to hear the birds singing. I was out in the garden yesterday, see if I can see it, and I pulled all my onions. I have white onions and red onions. I know the white ones are sappalos. I'll have to look up the name of the red, but they're all laying there drying. I'm going to get them up through the middle of the day. I'm going to take them out to my garden shed and start processing them. I don't try to keep them. It's so hot and humid here. I go ahead, I dice them up, chop them up, and put them in the freezer. Y'all hear the birds? All right, let's get this mixed up real quick. I'm gonna start with this block of cream cheese. I should have took it out a little earlier, but I think we can make it work. Let me see if I can go ahead and soften it a little. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fine. All right, so we got a block of cream cheese. I'm gonna put in 8 ounces of sharp cheddar. Go ahead and give that a stir. And I've got 8 ounces of pepper jack. Now, I don't normally like spice in anything, but this pepper jack has got just a tiny bit, but it is not overpowering. And like I mentioned earlier, I found this Mrs. Dash the other day, and that has got the best flavor. What I was eating it on is ears of corn with that, what do you call it, Mexican street corn, that cream sauce you put on it. Ooh, it was good. Now I'm going to start out with a ½ teaspoon. I think this is my garlic powder. I'm going to do a ½ teaspoon of onion powder. Here's my 4 ounces of pimento peppers. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my 2 tablespoons of mayo in here. Make sure I got plenty of liquid. All right, let's give it another mix. Oh, that's pretty. Really just want it mixed together well. It ain't quite there. Still see some white spots. I'm gonna go ahead and it's pretty doggone tasty as it is, but I am going to put a splash of black pepper, just a little, not much, because it's already tasty. That pepper jack cheese, a little bit of salt, and I'm going to do it. A little chipotle. I smell it too. Just give it another little taste. Ooh, that's good. I taste that chipotle. It made it taste, it gave it a deeper flavor. I don't know how to describe that, but it's deeper. Ooh, that's good. Now, I do think I'm going to get just a little bit more mayonnaise because I want it a little looser than this. You know, we're in the South, and everybody thinks nothing exists except a spatula. It's a Southern thing, but everybody thinks we have to use Dukes for everything. All of our potato salads, coleslaws, pimento cheese, tomato sandwiches, it has to be Dukes. But not in my house. My husband won't eat anything but Blue Plate. And I like Blue Plate, it's good. So we use Blue Plate instead of Dukes. Let's see if this will loosen it up a little. Poor old Betty Crocker hand mixer. She has been around forever. But she still does the job. Oh yeah, that's a little better. That's more spreadable. Now, how will we eat this? Number one, I like it cold in the refrigerator. We will eat it either on a Ritz cracker. We like to make grilled cheeses out of it. Put it in some celery or eat it with celery. Bell pepper is good with bell pepper. But mostly just as a side with some crackers. If we come in and need a snack, And like I say, I think I'm gonna go work on those onions today. They should all be a little bit dried out by middle of the day, which we're almost there. I'm gonna go at least get them under the garden shed where I can start processing them. Oh my goodness, y'all, do these petunias get any prettier? And what I can't get over is they're last year's. We usually treat them as an annual. I've got to make some room up here on the table. So lemongrass is coming back. I got a flat of peppers I need to get in the ground. And let me move my extra potato vine and petunias out of the way. There we go. I think I'll use the top of that spool. I'll start gathering my onions, stacking them up under here, maybe down there, and I can work on them every day till I've got them done. Do y'all grow onions? If you do, tell me, how do you store them? It is just too hot and too humid here for them to store very long. Isn't that pretty? Look at my petunias trying to come out. Now these are in the shade part of the day, so I don't know how they're going to do. Let's come over here to these onions. As you can tell, I've already been out here bagging them up and giving them away, but that's still quite a few onions to have to process. So let's just start picking them up. That is delicious. That is a great pick-me-up for when you're outside working. Serve it with your meal. Serve it as a snack. Serve it on crackers. Serve it on vegetables. Serve it in a sandwich. Any of those things will work. It is just a delicious, and it'll give you some energy, that cheese will. But that is delicious, and I think that's just the pick-me-up I need to prompt me to go outside and work on those onions. It's done got warm, but it's got to be done. So I'm gonna go get at it. I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all try this recipe. Tell me if you like it with the pepper jack mixed in with the cheddar. I'm usually just a sharp cheddar girl, but that pepper jack is delicious, and it's not too much. Talk to y'all later. Hey, look, y'all. I'm eating leftover pasta from day before yesterday, I think. I can't stand for anything to go to waste, but I'm eating leftover pasta, and look what I melted in it. Y'all may as well sit here and eat lunch with me today. I don't have anything big and meaningful going on today, but I've still got a lot of work to do. I got laundry to catch up. I need to go work on the pool a little bit. And like I say, I'm going to be out there working on them onions. I'm going to at least get them under the garden shed today. Tell me what y'all got going on this time of year. It's mid-April. I'm in South Georgia, zone 9A, I'm sorry. They just changed us from 8B to 9A. I will say this about the garden this year. You know, I plant potatoes in February. Most years, or a lot of years, I never have to spray them or treat them with a thing for bugs. Never have to spray anything on them by the time they're ready to dig. Today, we've already got those, and they've been on there a couple weeks now. I forget the name of them. They look like a stink bug, but they're not a stink bug. I think they can bite the leaves on the top of the plant and it'll make those leaves shrivel up. If I can think of the name of it, I'll put it on there. But they're already bad. My onions were doing wonderful. And it's time to pull them, because I planted them in November, I think. But they were doing wonderful. But we have had 2 huge rains. It's about a week and a half apart. And it just turned the tops yellow. So I said, let me get them out of this wet ground, go ahead and get them processed, and we'll move on to other things. Is anybody else planting? I've got a few squash that's popping up. 1 row of cucumbers. I've got some green beans that are popping up. What else? I've got some tomatoes in the ground, but they've not done anything yet. They have got flooded. So I hope they survive. That's where I'm at right now. I just hope they survive. I believe melting that pimento cheese in that pasta helped it. The granddaughter did order us some watermelon in our grocery order this morning. I'm gonna eat a piece of that, I think. But you know what I gotta have on my watermelon? Salt. I'm gonna take a bite and taste it first. That's pretty doggone sweet. Does anyone else think that salt makes something sweet even sweeter? And it doesn't take much. Just the tiniest of a sprinkle. I don't know what kind of watermelon that is. It's sweet, but it's firm, really firm. All right, one more bite of this pasta and I'll be done with it. I have to save it for another meal. I don't know what's doing it, whether it's the pimento cheese, but something in this dish tastes smoky. I don't know if the pimentos were roasted. I'm sure they were. What else would make it taste smoky? Maybe the pepper jack cheese? The chipotle, I bet. Really good. Oh goodness, but I am full. And there's nothing like good ice water when the weather starts getting hot like this. It's the only thing that'll quench my thirst. And it helps. It helps that we have one of those, what you call them? Like a chewy ice machine in the laundry room. Oh, that makes water delicious. It's so cold. All right, I need to get up, clean up the kitchen, and get started on those onions. I will talk to y'all later.